Tornadoes are among nature's most violent and unpredictable phenomena. While they are often associated with the United States, their destructive power knows no borders, no altitude, and no mercy. This article explores the most extreme tornadoes ever recorded, from the widest and deadliest to the fastest and most expensive. Each record tells a story of nature's raw, untamed force and serves as a sobering reminder of our vulnerability in the face of the elements. The widest tornado. El Reno, 2013. On the 31st of May 2013, near El Reno, Oklahoma, history was made not for fame, but for fear. The tornado that tore through the region was the widest ever recorded, stretching an astonishing 2.6 miles from end to end. To put that in perspective, most tornadoes are only a few hundred feet wide. This monster was so massive that it could swallow an entire town in one go. What made it even more terrifying were the mini vortices spinning inside it at nearly 300 miles per hour. These sub-vortices made the tornado even more chaotic and unpredictable. It changed size and direction without warning, fooling even seasoned meteorologists. Tragically, it claimed the lives of experienced storm chasers who were studying it. The El Reno tornado redefined what we thought we knew about tornadoes, proving that there's big, there's giant, and then there's this. The costliest tornado. Joplin, 2011. While the El Reno tornado was the widest, the Joplin, Missouri tornado of 2011 holds the unfortunate title of the costliest in history. With a price tag of nearly $3 billion, this EF5 tornado, the highest level on the enhanced Fujita scale, left a trail of devastation that shocked the world. Nearly a mile wide, the tornado tore through Joplin in minutes, flattening roughly 7,000 homes and destroying an entire hospital. More than 18,000 vehicles were reduced to scrap, and entire neighborhoods vanished. Schools, stores, and factories were leveled, leaving behind a corridor of total destruction. The rebuilding process was monumental, and the financial toll was unprecedented. This tornado proved that nature doesn't just destroy your home, it sends you the bill too, with no payment plan and no refunds. The deadliest tornado. Bangladesh, 1,989. When people think of tornadoes, they often think of the United States. But the deadliest tornado in recorded history struck far from American soil. On the 26th of April 1989, the Daulatpur and Saturia regions of Bangladesh experienced a nightmare. With no warning system and fragile homes, the population had nowhere to hide. The tornado, more than half a mile wide, carved a 10-mile-long path through one of the most densely populated areas on Earth. In mere minutes, it killed 1,300 people, the highest death toll from a single tornado in history. Another 12,000 were injured, and 80,000 lost their homes. This brutal event was a grim reminder that tornadoes do not carry passports and do not care about national borders. They strike wherever conditions are right, and they never mention that they changed continents. The highest altitude tornado. Rocky Mountains. There's a common belief that living in the mountains protects you from tornadoes. The highest altitude tornado ever recorded shattered that myth. Forming at over 12,000 feet in the Rocky Mountains, this tornado appeared where the air is thin and cold, conditions that should make tornado formation nearly impossible. Despite the odds, the vortex formed and danced across snow-covered peaks, tearing up trails and uprooting sturdy trees. It was definitive proof that no altitude is a safe zone against tornadoes. If a tornado can climb a frozen mountain, then no place on the map is truly safe. Living high up might seem like a good idea, but tornadoes like hiking too, and they don't pay for cable car tickets. The longest tornado. The Tri-State Tornado, 1,925. Most tornadoes last only a few minutes, but the Tri-State Tornado of the 18th of March 1925 stayed on the ground for over 3 hours. It traveled 219 miles across 3 states, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, in an almost straight line. Moving at more than 60 miles per hour, it was far too fast to outrun. Often hidden in rain and dust, it caught entire towns by surprise, erasing them before anyone understood what was coming. Nearly 700 people lost their lives, making it the deadliest tornado in US history. While a normal tornado might barely interrupt an afternoon nap, this one broke every mileage record like a marathon runner, nobody invited and nobody could stop. The biggest outbreak. April 2011. Imagine facing not one tornado, but 360 of them in less than 72 hours. That was the reality of the largest tornado outbreak in recorded history, which occurred in April 2011. For 3 days, a monstrous storm system swept across the southeastern United States. On April 27 alone, 216 tornadoes were confirmed in a single day. Several were EF4 and EF5, the most violent on the scale. Cities were destroyed one after another, with sirens blaring non-stop but offering little escape. The outbreak left over 300 dead and caused billions in damage across multiple states. It was nature's version of a terrible deal. One tornado and 359 more thrown in for free all in the same weekend. The most violent tornado. Gerald, Texas, 1997. There's violent and then there's Gerald, Texas. On the 27th of May 1997, an F5 tornado struck the small town with a level of brutality that defied imagination. What made this tornado unique was its slow movement. Instead of racing across the landscape, it hovered over neighborhoods, grinding them down repeatedly. Houses weren't just destroyed, they were erased, leaving only clean concrete slabs. It ripped up grass, soil, and even asphalt, leaving the earth bare. Trees lost all their bark, and the landscape became unrecognizable. It is considered the most intensely destructive tornado ever documented. Most disasters leave rubble behind. Gerald's tornado left almost no proof that a neighborhood ever stood there. The fastest tornado. Moore, Oklahoma, 1,999. To close out the list, we come to the most mind-blowing record of all. The fastest wind ever measured on the planet. On the 3rd of May 1999, near Moore, Oklahoma, a special radar recorded wind speeds of 301 miles per hour inside a tornado. That's faster than a Formula One car and faster than many airplanes at takeoff. At that speed, wind doesn't just push objects, it turns them into deadly projectiles. Brick houses turn to dust, and cars are hurled like toys. To this day, no wind on the surface of the Earth has beaten that absurd mark. It's a powerful reminder that nature has the heaviest foot in the universe and zero speeding tickets. Final thoughts. From the widest tornado in Oklahoma to the deadliest in Bangladesh, from the highest in the Rockies to the fastest in Moore, each of these records tells a story of nature's incredible and terrifying power. They remind us that tornadoes are not just weather events, they are forces of nature that can reshape landscapes, destroy communities, and alter lives in an instant. As we continue to study and understand these phenomena, we also learn to respect them. Because in the end, a tornado doesn't care about your plans, your wealth, or your location. It shows up wherever it wants, whenever it wants, and leaves behind a story that will be told for generations.